Alright. Okay, I think we are ready to get started, so let me switch to the right screen. Alright, everything is alright. Speedy and Seeds Meezy, hello everybody. I hope everybody is having a splendid day. I was freaking out like 3 seconds ago because my computer's fan started to run and it was really loud, probably the loudest that it's ever been. So it seems to be quieter now, so that's good, I guess. I almost forgot. My meme review means meme sunglasses. I hope everybody's having a splendid day today. First off, I'm just gonna do attendance. So if you're here, please say here. Hello, name equals the Lucid Librarian. Hello, PodChamp. Hello, Sparky. Hello, Large Hadron. Hello, Nikki. Hello, Rain. Hello, Colton. Hello, Astral. I hope your day has been alright. Hopefully this is here to cheer you up. Hello, Kyle. Hello, Arky. Hello, Warpy. Hello, Rain. Yeah, hello everybody! I hope everyone's doing great. If you guys missed the last stream, you may have noticed that membership actually opened. So if you're seeing these interesting emojis in the chat, that's because I've uploaded some cool emojis that you can play around with if you sign up for membership. So, yeah. Hello, Paltios. Was the sounds caused by OnlyFans? Well, yes, the fans in my computer specifically. Yes, Astral's really showcasing the new collection of emojis. And to add on to it, you get a cute little Chibi Z badge. I actually uploaded these 5 minutes before stream started. The longer you are a member, your badge actually evolves over time. And so, right now, it's just the Chibi Z one, but if you've been a member for a month, then it's the spherical Z, and then it becomes Z the hypercube after a year, and then Z the research satellite, so it's gonna be a lot of fun. So, I hope everyone's having a great day. Actually, I'm curious, I just had a conversation with somebody about this, but is there anything cool that you've learned today? What have I learned today, actually? I've learned some interesting things. A lot to do with the new, I'm gonna talk about this next week, a lot to do with the new photos from the Rubin Observatory. I kid you not, if you saw last stream, I've not been able to stop talking about how great this is. Basically, the Rubin Observatory is this telescope that just released its first look photos, and they're gorgeous. They're spectacular. So yeah, and oh yeah, before I forget, there were a few people who became members after the end of the last stream, so thank you to Fairy Dust Transmission, Avid Enjoyer, and Cinna for all joining the main sequence. Thank you for becoming a member. I wanted to give you a quick shout out before I get started on the stream. I learned that I'm stronger than I give myself credit for sometimes. Wait, that's a great thing, yeah. You are stronger. Oh, thank you, Kibbles, for subscribing, becoming an Orbeez. Nikki says, I have learned that some Neolithic societies in Turkey were matrilineal. I'm actually reading this book right now called The Information. I think it's by James Gleek or I don't know if I'm saying that name correctly. And it details how information was transferred down. And what I didn't know is that the beginning of the book sort of delves into this, that in Africa, there are these societies that communicate exclusively via well, not exclusively, but they communicate long distances via the drums. And you might think oh, well, that's really hard because there's only a limited set of things you can actually play on the drums to communicate a message, but they're able to communicate stories, paragraphs, sentences just by using the drum. And there was this one guy who was studying with some of these African tribes and found that, you can basically form sentences and have very complex ideas be communicated via drums. So that was really interesting. That was one cool thing that I learned. Paltia says, are you wearing the Cosmic Microwave background radiation? Yes, I am. I am canonically the first light of the universe itself. Kyle says, spent 10 minutes on the forklift. Are you forklift certified? Are you forklift certified? Wait, I know so many people who are oh, being forklift certified is their life goal, but I don't know. I don't understand how this is like a meme. I don't know what the process is to become forklift certified. Sparky says, learn a little bit about overcurrent protective devices for electric motor power circuits. Wow, that's really cool. I'm forklift certified. Really? Wait, what is the process like? Can somebody help, like, answer this? Like, what is the process to become forklift certified? I like the Russian name for CB. Relic Radiation is such a cool name. That's so cool. Recently forklift certified and crane certified. Whoa, which one was harder? That's so cool. 6 to 8 hour class. Wait. We could totally just become like forklift certified on stream. What's stopping us from becoming forklift certified certification online? Is it possible? You can get forklift certified online. I would screen share, but I don't want like my location or something to pop up. You can get online formal training, but I think, oh, you also need hands-on training. You can get, so OSHA seems to be the thing. Oh, you actually have to pay for it. Oh, you have to pay about $48. Well, to be fair, we could totally get forklift certified. I would just never be able, like, there would be no purpose of me getting this. Okay, so if you go to forkliftcertification.us, you just have to be 18 years old, sufficiently trained and certified. Hold up, let me, actually, I think I'll be safe to screen share this. Let me just quickly check. Yes. Oop. Okay, so this is what I'm looking at. Oh, good morning, Eggy. You just caught us as we were trying to figure out how to become forklift certified. Driving test and knowledge test. Okay, I see. First we fork, then we lift. No, this will literally be us. So it's like $48, but we could get a group discount. All right. Okay, this guide looks very promising. So you enroll, pass your exam, receive your... So simple, okay? Over the age of 18, I'm technically 13.8 billion years old, so I'm fine. Sufficiently trained and certified to operate a forklift, okay. So you get a certification, 100% money back guarantee, immediate exam grading, free forklift operator training manual, instant email proof of certification, 24/7 access to certification exam, unlimited practice exams, no time on final exam, and no extra purchases required. Let's see. You can take it as many times as you like. Wait, do I need to have driving experience? Oh, we recommend yes. Will a bad driving record prevent me from receiving a forklift certification? No! It says no! Chat, we're fine. We're fine. Wait, Orbeez. Orbeez, we could totally do this. We could totally become forklift certified. Wait, I'm gonna Google this. Fork. I could be one of... I'm pretty sure there are VTubers out there who are forklift certified. Forklift certification is about a 90-minute online training. What? You can do it in a day or two. Do I have a bad driving bad driving record? No, I'm actually a very safe driver. Orbeez, what do you think? Are we gonna become forklift certified? I mean, this is technically a form of education. I wonder if there's like any free online courses. Oh, there are also free online courses as well. But I think you can't take the exam to actually get certified unless you pay the fee. I like that other website we were on. That actually looked really promising. I'm gonna just say, some years ago, a lot of my students got forklift certified. Well, that's great. It means we have experience. Well, we do have experienced forklifters in chat. This is gonna be great. Coded stream idea? This would be great. Cobalt says came for the memes, now I'm staying for the forklift certs. Honestly, I would be down to do this. This would be great. Actually, speaking of, my canonical VTuber birthday is very soon. It's on July 7th, 7/7. And I haven't really thought about a stream idea for that yet. Orbeez, what do you think? I think forklift certification could be fun, but I was thinking about having more of like a party theme. I don't know. I've used a forklift but never got certified. Well, I don't think I will ever encounter a forklift in my life, but who knows? You might be in a situation where you need to get forklift certified. Astral says the epic of recombination happened in July. Yeah, it did, canonically. Pizza party with forklifts? Wait, Orbeez, I have some news. I'm slightly allergic to pizza now. And I say now because I was previously not allergic to pizza, but I think my tolerance for oil and like greasy foods has decreased from the past year or so. And now whenever I eat pizza, I get like rashes and stuff. So, no pizza, but maybe some like, I'm a really big fan of like Chipotle, maybe. Just hop on one in Home Depot? No. Okay, well, I will probably not be encountering a forklift unless forklift certification and then IRL stream where I find a forklift in the wild and ride it. That would be so much fun. Alright, well, that's enough convo about forklifts. If that's a good idea, let me know. I would not be opposed to that. We gotta start on the meme review. So today's stream, I think, is gonna go for like about an hour 30, maybe a little less than that. I actually have quite a few errands to run this afternoon because a friend of mine is actually visiting and I'm actually hosting her, so that's gonna be really great. The thing is though, I need to like, you know, clean everything and, you know, make everything look nice and tidy, right? So I'll have to be doing that, but we're gonna have plenty of time to go over these memes. And you guys submitted so many memes. I kid you not, I opened that form and within 48 hours, I think I got about like 40 or 50 memes. Now I couldn't include all of them in this presentation, but I'm gonna try my best. A wild forklift appeared. Big cranes are pretty cool. Planning lifts with them is just balancing a seesaw. Really? I don't know. Big cranes kind of scare me though. I'm the type of person that gets kind of scared by like ladders too. I feel like if you slip on a ladder, you'd get injured. Well, okay, so just to introduce the rating scale, somebody sent me this tier list. It's O, B, A, F, G, K, M, L, T, Y. And for those of you who don't know what that is and was like, why is Z saying random letters? These are actually the letters classified different stars. So O stars are blue and the biggest, and then B and the brightest, I guess. B stars are a little dinner. Sun is a G star here. And then L and T and Y are basically brown dwarfs. Warpy says, that's my tier list. Yeah, no, thank you, Warpy, so much for this rating scale. And so I was thinking, you know, for funsies, instead of rating them, you know, from like 1 to 10, like normal people do, we can have some fun and rate them from, I'm gonna type this out so we can refer back to it later. Uh-oh, I wanted to include a little emoji. I'm gonna try that again. I've seen the acronym. Oh, whoa. Why is my voice like that? Yeah, there's plenty of these kinds of acronyms. The most common one. Oh, boop. The most common one that I've seen is oh, be a fine girl / guy, kiss me, and that gets you up to the main sequence. So that's basically the first 7, yeah, the first 7 letters. And then after that are brown dwarves, and usually they don't include them, but I think we should. F tier is pretty good. Actually, I think F tier is pretty solid, yeah. So if a meme gets rated F tier, it's actually quite good. Anywho, are you guys ready for some memes? Are you guys ready for some memes? Some of these are like really good. I actually had to pre-scan them a little bit in advance, but I did that like several weeks ago, so I actually don't remember these anymore. Remember, the sun is G. Yeah, I think, yeah, the sun is like right in the middle. So if the meme is mid, the sun is mid. Okay, heck yeah, bring it. Okay, yes. All right, let's take a look at the first meme. Oh, wait, give me 1 second. Let me just close that. All right. So someone sent me this tweet. It says, Cam3net is red. UW Ice Cube is blue. Please send me an alert, cause all I want is new. So for context, at first I was like, what is this? Like, I don't really understand what's going on, but Ice Cube refers to like the Ice Cube Neutrino Observatory at the South Pole. So I was thinking like, I don't know, I didn't really quite understand this one. I was thinking maybe it's blue because like it's in Antarctica, or I don't know what it means, like if it's an alert. Because I was like, oh, if this is red, that's an like alert. So, and new, this is the funny part, which I think is very interesting, because new refers to neutrinos. So when these alerts go off, all I want is new, like a neutrino. Ha ha ha. Alright. Okay, I think if you don't know what the Ice Cube Observatory is, this one can be like a little hard to get. New Gundam? No, new as in neutrinos. I don't know, Orbeez, what do you think? I have to say, since I had to Google this one, it kind of, you know, took off the humor a little bit. Yeah, this seems very localized to neutrino researchers. I would rate it like an N, but that's like not an option. Maybe I'll rate it like an M. Because I think it is funny if you are like a neutrino researcher, but yeah, it was a little hard to get for me too. K or M? M, okay, M. I guess M is also closest to N. Alright, M, okay, universally M. Sounds good to me. Alright, next meme. Okay, I love this one. It is a well-known fact that you must spin a USB 3 times before it will fit. From this, we can gather that a USB has 3 states: up position, down position, and superposition. Until the USB is observed, it will stay in the superposition. It's like being blocked by both the top and the bottom. Therefore, it will not fit until observed. Wait, this happens to me all the time. I'm sure this happens to you guys too, Orbeez. But I'm like, B? Yeah, no, I think this has to be B tier. Wait, this is why I love like, my laptop is like a Mac Pro, so it actually doesn't have a USB thing. So every time I plug in a USB, I need to plug it in with a USB-C adapter. So I actually don't experience this anymore, but back when I had I kid you not, a Linux computer, I had to deal with this. A or B? B, A, okay, B potential. What is B potential? It's like between B and A. Oh my god, hello Millennium! Thank you so much for stopping by. If you guys haven't already, go subscribe to Millennium. Actually, Millennium and I are cooking something very soon. Wink, wink. What's the letters? So the letters are actually different classifications of stars. So O stars are the brightest and the biggest, the most massive, and Y stars are the smallest. They're not even stars, they're basically like hot Jupiters. And so instead of ranking the memes from 1 to 10, we're ranking them from O, which is the best, to Y, which is like the least best. Superposition of A and B. Yeah, superposition of B and A. Warpy and Astral think the same. Yes. Alright, I agree with that. I'm giving that an A or a B stamp of approval. Next meme. We have a lot to go through, so we're zooming. Okay, small brain, proof by contradiction. Medium brain, the proof is left as an exercise to the reader. Big brain, the proof is by magic. Wait, you know what this totally reminds me of? So, I think I shared this story once on stream, but for those of you who haven't heard it, I'm too dumb to understand these. Don't say that. No. I mean, okay, imagine you're reading a paper and it says proof by magic. Okay, so back to my story. There was this one computer science professor that I was speaking with. Or I may have heard this from a friend who was speaking with a computer science professor. One of the two. But basically what happened was that there was a new AI model that was very, very, very good. And people were, talking about it, being like, wow, this is great. And of course, there were some questions of like, how is this implemented? And so they went to the guy who made this model, and he was like, yeah, I just like made it up. Wait, and he says proof is I made it up. Then that's literally what happened. That's literally what happened. Proof is trust me, bro. We know that's actually what happened. And everybody was like, okay. Proof by isekai, that would be really weird. Proof by dream is actually definitely a thing, though. I've heard of, like, proof by dream before. My proof is that it came to me in a dream. Yeah, exactly. I don't know, Orbeez, have you guys had, like, crazy thoughts while you sleep? Because there have been moments where I sleep and I wake up and in the middle of the night and I'm like, oh my god, I'm having the craziest idea. I jot it down on a post-it note, and then in the morning I look at it again and I've either written like scribbles that I can't read anymore or complete like gibberish. Proof by combat, may the greatest researcher win. Alright, what tier? I've been seeing a lot of F tier, G tier, F tier, O tier? That's crazy. F tier is, let's see. F tier is like within the top 4. That's not bad. I think because of people's, I think low-key, Orbeez, your responses to this meme was like O tier. O tier, okay. A? Okay, looks like we're getting some mixed reactions on this one. Okay, but within like the top like 4 or 5-ish. Go whoa. Alright, next meme. Alright. I saw this one. Okay, I don't think this will be very high tier, but let's see. 1 mile north. Okay, 1 mile north. -1 mile south. I miles east. Wait. I can't tell if these are like instructions or I can't tell if these are instructions or if there's some sort of like coordinate thing. Oh, I guess the joke could be that, because we're assuming it's a Cartesian plane that you'd go 1 mile north, -1 mile south, you'd go like 1 mile east, but it's like because it's like on the imaginary plane. Wait, the emoji that Apa just responded with is exactly what I am like right now. I'm literally this wait, let me find it. I'm literally this. Wait, I had. Wait, if somebody put I had, that would have been hilarious. Wait, I had would be great. Okay, wait, the fact that you could have probably responded with I had makes this much better. G, kind of mid, yeah. Imagine numbers. Oh, hello, Fi. Thank you so much for stopping by. Goat tier. I think, okay, goat tier should be like above O. Those should be for like extraordinary memes. They all technically have the same value, assuming you treat the imaginary number line as perpendicular to the normal number line. Oh, I see, because if you're going -1 miles south, that's like also going up. Yeah, but, I don't know. Oh, because if you're going I miles east, yeah, yeah, sure, I'll take it. I'm also confused as to, like, why the font is different. Wolf Riot tier above O. G plus IK. I think that's a good ranking for this. Wait, I can see what the next slide is. And I think this might genuinely be an O tier. Alright, next meme. Alright, wait, I've had this sent to me like a few dozen times, and every time I need to like zoom in and like psychologically like analyze, not psychologically, but like, you know, like deep dive into like what's going on here. Okay, so you basically what's going on here is you have like a grid of people and you can choose. So if you're like an undergrad, you see other undergrads as like geniuses. You see PhD students with like a drinking problem, and then postdocs like, what is this? I don't know. I feel like this is not really accurate. I don't know what this is referring to. Oh yeah. You see the PI is like an heavenly figure, and a technician is that like a baby? I think. Oh wait, and then like, okay, I could like totally sit here and just like dissect this whole thing. Wait, what is this? PhD student seen by technician is like Google Maps. PI is seen by postdoc is like Darth Vader. This is crazy. Oh my god, wait, I could stare at this all day. I feel like this PhD student column is the saddest. Millennium says, ah. Wait, I could like totally dissect this, but you should look at it in your own time because it's like, this is literally perfection. This is the perfect meme. No, exactly. I am in this photo and I feel called out. No, exactly. No, this is great. I don't know, Orbeez, what do you think? I think because it's more on the complex side, I wouldn't mind if it gets a lower rating. In my head, this is like an O tier meme. B? Okay, that's pretty solid. B is pretty solid. Is there a star class for giant stars that existed when the universe was young? I think you're referring to O stars. I guess it's a little confusing because O stars are not technically giants. Giants are sort of the next stage after main sequence. So you just like my membership, like you start with main sequence and then you evolve to become a giant or a super giant. Is O the best? Yes, O is the best. B? Okay, that's pretty solid, I'd say. B is pretty solid. That's pretty good. Alright, well, while you guys decide, next meme. Let's see this. Oh my god, wait, we'll have to zoom out for this one. B? That's pretty good. I can't believe there's no other O's in the chat. I love that meme. I'm gonna need the PNG version. I'll send that to you, Millennium. I got you. Alright, let's see what's going on here. So there's Gamma, Z, is that Z not? Symmetry breaking Higgs mechanism, and like peeling off the armor. You really think you just stand a chance against you just because you took off a few weights? Gamma photons. 91 GeV. Okay, so I don't do particle physics, so if there's somebody in the chat that can explain this to me, but if I recall correctly, what's going on here is the photon W and Z bosons are like part of the symmetric like electroweak interaction thing. And then after the Higgs mechanism, that symmetry breaks, and these like W and Z bosons become really massive. I don't know if I'm remembering this correctly. Yeah, it gives the Z boson mass. Yeah, exactly. Large Hadron is correct. In fact, the username is also, you know, represents the expertise here. So basically it's like, oh, after the Higgs mechanism, the mass increases. I don't know, I think this was hard for me to follow, but that's just because I didn't really know what, like, I didn't know too much about this. I don't know, I'd say that's like a G tier meme. Strangely not a particle physicist, just very knowledgeable in the ways of the Large Hadron. I'd say this is pretty solid. Wait, we gotta move faster because it's been 40 minutes and we're like only like a third of the way through. F? Yeah. Okay, I'd say about G. Alright, while you Orbeez are deciding. Next meme. OMG. How am I supposed to read this? The following text derives from a series of introductory guest lectures delivered to first-year undergrads and occasionally high school students as part of the introductory Practical Methods for Mathematics in the World. I'm grateful to Springer for the opportunity to rework them and publish them in a book. Okay, blah, blah, blah. No calculus is required, and the concepts are developed and expressed in terms adapted to the meanest understanding. To be frank, it would be embarrassing, indeed humiliating, if anyone in possession of the rudiments of literacy were to prove unable to follow and implement the concepts and tools outlined below. The beauty of mathematics lies in its combination of generality, parsimony, like what does that even mean, and unexpected applicability, and it is in these features of the subject I've endeavored to convey in the books. Okay, the essential idea: consider 2 + 3 is equal to 5. As an integer added to another integer 3 clearly results in 5. Now intuitively, d4x dz squared g volume of sigma. What is this? Wait, this is the oh my god, the tensor, oh my god, I'm blanking what this is called. Oh shoot, the something tensor. This is the, oh my god, I'm blanking on what this is called. Wait. Oh, what was it called? Oh, the electromagnetic the electromagnetic field tensor. And then G mu V is like the metric tensor. Yeah! Actually, very simply, I totally understand this line here. Ah, I see. Yeah, no, Orbeez, we're really learning here, right? Moreover, wait, I feel like this one is like the Gaussian. This one is the Gaussian. This is great, Orbeez. O tier, yes. O tier for sure. Peak student experience, peak textbook experience. This is the loading emoji meme. I'd say O tier. Okay, I think this has to be the highest rated meme. The thing is, I'm curious if this was made before ChatGPT, because this paragraph here is like beautifully written. O tier? Yeah, no, exactly. Alright. This is our highest rating meme so far. Next meme. Dog is trained to sniff out procrastinating grad students. And I love that it's like, I love that the dog also has like this little coat and it's like up in your face. Definitely feel called out. That's great. Well, I think, okay, this is great. F, it hurts. Okay, if we rated the meme on a pain scale, I'd say it's like M. Wait, to be fair, I'd say I personally am actually not a procrastinator. But I think the time pressure is definitely useful at times. I actually think I'm more on the end where I like to get things done early, or I keep thinking about it. I don't know, maybe I'm in the wrong. Actually, let's do a poll. I'm curious to see, Orbeez, what you guys think. Do you procrastinate? On top of it. Stay on top of it. And when I say stay on top of it, I don't mean like, you know, like doing it like right away, but in general. I'm pretty sure it's gonna be mostly procrastinators, but... Oh, actually not bad. I'd say like, procrastination culture is like funny, but yeah, I don't know. I try to stay on top of it as much as I can. I'm so far below it. No, it's alright, Orbeez. It's alright, Orbeez. Alright, while you're doing the poll, next meme. I can't even clap right now because I guess I can't even show this on my hand because I'm wearing a glove canonically, but I was actually helping somebody with their 3D print, and they had like a lot of supports on their 3D print. And so I had pliers and I was helping them like remove some of the stuff. I'll take a picture of the finished product once they're done with it. But basically like, I was like peeling it off really quickly and the plier like went in, I would say like went into my hand, but it like nicked my hand. And then my hand like peeled skin a bit and it was bleeding. So I can't even clap that well because it's right on the palm of my hand. So that's a little sad. Hello, Germanium! Izzy, welcome back. Thank you so much for stopping by. It has definitely been a while. Yeah, no, the VOD last stream was great. Right now, we're just going through memes. And perfect timing because we're ready to go to the next one. Alright, what does it say? I'm a theorist. What's a theorist? It means he's afraid of lab equipment. No, it doesn't. Oscilloscope! Stop it, Patrick, you're scared. Wait, I have opinions about this. There are some universities, some institutions, where I heard that undergrads are not taught electronics. Well, no, like, I mean, like, as in, like, they have a class for electronics, but it's not required for you to, take electronics for you to graduate with a degree in physics. Which is really surprising to me, because I'd say that, like, knowing how basic circuits work, knowing how to create a basic circuit, and like knowing how to use an oscilloscope, even if you don't end up doing circuitry or anything like that in the future, is like, you know, living life without ever learning how to drive a car. I guess that's not even a good analogy. It's maybe more like living life without learning how to ride a bike. Like, you can live life without learning how to ride a bike, but it's just so central, I think, and it changes the way that you think. I'm smarter than a physics student. Well, I don't know, like, I don't know what university this was, but for a general degree or specialist, I mean, I heard it was for, like, a general degree. I'm not sure. But I was surprised, because I would imagine that electronics is required for all undergrads. Maybe not. F tier? Wait, I think this is like A tier. I think this is pretty good. I do know, like, some theorists. No, actually, I feel like my theorist friends or, like, theory-minded people are actually very interested in electronics, oddly enough. Or, like, were, you know, taking, like, advanced electronics courses. Or do, like, circuitry or something in their free time. So, I think it varies. A? Okay, I'd say, okay, A is pretty good. I'm just an engineer. Feels like I'm a car mechanic hanging out with people who work at the tool factory. Huh, really? Well, I feel like being an engineer would be more... I feel like being a car mechanic... I don't know what it's like to be a car mechanic, so I can't speak too much on that, I feel like. Anywho, for those of you youngins who are interested in doing physics in the future, definitely please take electronics. It is great. It is a necessity. Next meme! What is this? Oh, this is like Squid Game! Integral of natural log of x dx versus integral of 1 over natural log x dx. Wait, I need like an emoji version of this because I feel like this encapsulates my mood so often. Wait, this reminds me, Squid Game Season 3 is coming out tomorrow. I'm actually thinking about doing a watch party for it. I don't know, do we have some Squid Game fans in the chat? Because I low-key loved Season 1, but I was not a huge fan of Season 2. But I heard Season 3 is like kind of continuation of Season 2, and I just felt like I didn't really emotionally connect with the characters as much. There's this other Netflix show that just came out too, called like K-pop Demon Hunters, and it kind of looks like it's animated in the style of like Frozen, and it's about like this K-pop girl band. Oh my god, I like watched this, but I like completely forgot what the plot was. It's this K-pop girl band that's like fighting demons, but the demon is like a K-pop boy band, and they're like basically trying to like have the best performances in order to like win the demon hunter battle. I watched it because at first I was like, oh, it's such like a kiddie show, but it was actually really good. Frozen, isn't it more like Oh, yeah, it's like definitely more like Spider-Verse. What am I thinking? Yeah, I mean, Frozen also kind of looks similar to that. Wait, let me. Orbeez, please don't get on my case, but I've actually never watched Spider-Verse before. Oh no, it definitely is Spider-Verse type. Wait, K-pop Demon Hunters. Oh yeah, no, it's definitely more Spider-Verse. Should I watch Spider-Verse? I'm planning to watch La La Land this weekend with my friend who's visiting. We used physics at work, but figured it out for us. Yes. Wait, okay, Orbeez, what are your opinions on La La Land? Because La La Land is one of my favorite movies of all time, and when I was, I guess you guys remember when I visited JP, I also visited Griffith's Observatory, and it was great because I love La La Land, but whenever I tell people this, people are like, ah yes, La La Land is like a horror movie. I mean, it is kind of sad, but I don't know. Well, anywho, Spider-Verse is a solid, fun film. I'll have to jot that down. Maybe that will be a watch party for the members. That and, Orb. I think Orb has to be the first watch party, just because, you know, you guys are the Orbies. Never seen La La Land? What? That's crazy. I guess it was released, like... I don't think it was released that long ago. 2016. Okay, actually it was released like a decade ago. It is a good movie. I highly recommend it. I think the music is great. Then a documentary on bees after Orb. Wait, not just any documentary of bees. The Bee Movie. Wait, we should totally do the Bee Movie after Orb. There's so many things to watch these days. Wait, I do feel that. I feel like I'm totally overstimulated by the amount of shows and movies and something. But at the same time, I'm like very busy, so I barely have any time to watch. Only when I'm on break, and I feel like, you know, over hiatus, like, I was definitely resting and watching and catching up on things that were released like a year ago. So yeah. Alright, before we go on to the next meme, looks like 90% procrastinated. That's pretty solid. Wait, why does it say 89% procrastinate and 10% stay on top of it? The math ain't mathing on this one. Shrek Marathon? I don't like Shrek. I never liked Shrek. Maybe I was just like... Maybe... I don't know, like, I feel like a lot of people are into Shrek, but I guess I must have, like, missed that trend or something. Bad rounding? No, that's, like, crazy rounding. What? Yeah, no. I just was never into... I was never into Shrek, and I, like, never really understood it. Maybe I'll have to, like, rewatch it again with, like, a more open mind. I did really love Cars, though. That was, like, the other, like, child movie. I mean, was that even, like, a child movie? Like, it was, like, a Pixar movie or something, right? But it's, like, for children, basically, right? I really loved Cars. Cars, and I think Cars 2 is actually the best movie in the Cars franchise. And I actually really liked Planes, too. But I think my favorite, Big Hero 6, is up there for me as, like, one of my favorite movies of all time. Kerchow! Yeah! It's great. No, it's great to also rewatch it, like, as an adult with friends, and there's, like, some, like, weird jokes in there that you would not catch if you were a child. Kung Fu Panda is good, too. Yeah, but I haven't watched... There was, like, a new one that came out, I heard. Cars over Shrek? I never understood Shrek. Oh, this is great. Cars 2. No, Orbeez, you do not understand. Like, Cars 2 is great. I know, okay, I would say so many people. I know, like, 1 or 2 people who are, like, very intrigued by the purple car in Cars 2. Like, I just feel like the lore is great. Like, in the, like, the whole premise, right, of, like, feeling like you're getting replaced by, like, a younger, faster generation. Or is that Cars 3? No. Cars 2 is the international one, yeah. And I felt like that was just so much fun. It was like Formula 1. Oh yeah, Cars 2 had the car Pope. Yeah, no. Isn't that crazy to think about? And think about also being the Pope and the car Pope mobile as well. That's some like weird like recursion type stuff. Anyways. Okay, we gotta hurry up with the memes. It's almost the hour. So, next meme. Okay, let's see this. I prefer the best formalism for classical mechanics. And it's like Newtonian mechanics. It's like Newton's second law, force is mass times acceleration. Okay, great. The middle is Lagrangian mechanics. The Euler-Lagrange equation. Okay, and the dude says perfection, and it's the Hamilton, oh, I'm blanking, Hamilton-Jacobi mechanics, right? Yeah. Yeah, I'd say this is pretty good. I'd say this is okay. I actually feel like I like this a little bit better. Actually, no, this is better. I don't like the formatting of this. Like, why is this... I guess you can have this in the parentheses, but, like... I don't know, I've seen versions of these where, like, you don't have that. And I feel like that looks cleaner. So, I don't think this is quite perfection. Nuh-uh, this guy. Boo. I couldn't get into Cars because they put eyes on the windshield instead of headlights. Oh, that would be fun. I don't know, whenever I see Cars, like, in real life, I see, like, you know, like, eyes in a face. Alright, I'm gonna rate this meme like an L, because I don't think this is... I think this is actually not bad either. I think, like, you shouldn't diss on this either. And you shouldn't even diss on Newtons either. Anyways, next meme. What is this? No one is made to be rejected. The null hypothesis. Wait, this would totally be perfect for Mylan and Cyberpunk. They would love this. They would love this. I'm sure they'll have plenty of like null hypotheses. O tier meme for this? There's one car with eyes in the headlights. What? Wait, let me Google this. Cars. Oh, what the heck? I want to screen share this. Oh my god! Okay, I wish I like never saw this. This is so disturbing. Oh my god! Okay, wait. Here, I'm gonna quickly screen share this. What the heck is this? Wait, I'm glad they didn't make the Cars movie look like this, because this is some nightmare looking thing. Please, please, the car even has a name. It's like Celine or something. What was it? It was like... Oh no, yeah, no, this is nasty. What the heck? Celine Defare? Oh my god, they can make Cars into like a horror movie. Wait, this was in Cars too? How do I not remember this? Oh, she was like selling the thing. Oh, I remember. Oh my god, that's freaky. Oh my god, they could make a horror movie. Oh god. Could someone make a Z version of Cars? Actually, that might be useful because, okay, I'm gonna announce this at the end of stream, but there might be a car-related stream coming up, so that might be useful. Okay, O tier meme. I think this is actually getting the highest ranking out of all of them. Pretty solid. I'd say this is pretty good. This is pretty good. Where is Astral? All right, Astral, pull up. Next meme. Physicists, I want to study the fundamental nature of reality. Also physicists, turns out that was way too hard, so here's a questionable approximation. Wait, like, let pi is equal to 3? Wait, I don't think, you know, getting rid of higher order terms. Well, sometimes you need approximations, you know, if you're doing some sort of crazy math type thing, like you have to, you know, use approximation. Sine theta is theta and cosine theta is 1. Exactly. Oh wait. Cosine theta is 1. No, cosine theta is 0. Wait, no, wait. I cannot be blanking on this, Orbeez. Wait. Sine theta is theta means cosine theta is 0. Wait, I'm blanking on this. Cosine theta is 1, no? Yeah, cosine theta is 1. Yeah. I was like, for a second I thought it was 0. I've had a long day, Orbeez. And theta, tan of theta is 1 as well. Astral's like, I'm here. Yeah, no, car Z. We need to make a car Z. Oh, forklift Z, that would be crazy. 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 I want to start saying that. That's hilarious. Cosine theta is 1. Yes. Alright, sorry, my thing was bugging out for a second. Okay, it should be fixed now. Okay, next meme. Astral, you have a mission. What is this? Hey Calvin, guess what time it is? What time is it? It's a very special time. What time is it? Do you really want to know? Yes, tell me, quick, please, yes. It's recursion time. Oh my god, and it goes into a loop. Wait, I love these like Calvin and Hobbes memes. There was also another one that somebody sent me that was oh, it was like bridge. It was like how do bridges work? Wait, I'm gonna try to find this and I will show it. I will show it if I find it. Oh yeah, how do they know what the low limit on bridges are? Wait, I'm gonna open this in a new tab so I don't... Oh. Come on. Oh, come on. Alright, I'm just gonna show this on Reddit. How did they know the load limit on bridges, Dad? And he like describes like the stress tensor matrix or something, and then the guy's like, oh, I should have guessed. Wait, I think this one is better than the recursion one. I'd rate this an O. Like, I think this is honestly a peak meme. I also feel like I'm sort of like that. Well, I don't have like a child, but like, you know, they're like, oh, how do you know, like, like how galaxies evolve, and then it's like me like yapping. Oh, I should have guessed. This is an O tier meme. Yes. Finite element analysis mentioned. Calvin and Hobbes material is always the highest tier. I love these comics. These are great. All right. O tier meme. We're getting a lot of O tiers. All right. Next meme. We're gonna zoom through the rest. Function f is defined as it's so over, we're so back. What is this? Q is, no, R is real numbers and Q is rational numbers. So R difference Q is like real numbers, rational numbers. Oh, so it's irrational numbers. So that like numbers that can't be fractioned. I'm not sure what it means by like it's so over, because there's a lot of rational number. Yeah, our difference Q is rational numbers. R modulo Q, I guess, too. I don't know what it means by it's so over, we're so back. Does, like, was there like a breakup or something? I'm not sure. I'd say this is like a T tier meme because I didn't really understand it, but I guess it's a cool little tidbit. Anywho, let me know what you guys think. Next meme. Oh, I love this one. Breathtaking view of the Milky Way from the surface of Mars. I actually want to recreate this someday. Like, I want to get a Milky Way bar and like put it in front of Mars bar. Wait, do they still sell Mars bars? Mars bars? They do. I just haven't seen them. I'm not a huge fan of Mars bars. That's adorable. I know, right? I know, right, Kia? Like, that's true. I guess I've just not seen a Mars bar, and I've never seen a Milky Way bar with this wrapping. I do love Milky Way bars, though. I think that's my favorite chocolate. Like, if you were to give me, like, a Milky Way or a Snickers or, like, a Twix or something, Milky Way's good. I don't think I've actually had a Mars bar in a really long time, so next time I get one, I'm gonna recreate this. B tier, pretty good, yeah. O tier, yeah, I think this is adorable. This gets the awe factor. All right, next meme. We now present the oh, this is so cursed. We now present the quadratic formula, but like there's like a highlight on the 2, and it's like a citation, and it says, this footnote should also be treated as an X-Men. Like, why would you do that? Like, what in the formatting is this? Oh god. Yeah, no, this is extremely cursed. This would really bother me. This would be funny as like an April Fool's paper, I think, but I don't know. Oh, amazing. I think this is the amount of pain this causes me would probably make it like a mid tier. I don't know, Orbeez. You snorted. Okay, maybe it's good. I think it's all right. C tier. So like in the middle, yeah. Put these on, I would put them on a tier list, but then I would have to save every meme and like upload it, and I just didn't have the time yet. So we're just reviewing these. All right, let's see. You need to be modifying your speech to piss off the non-believers. Don't say unrelated. Do say, wait, Orbeez, wait, I like unironically say like orthogonal in a sentence, like to say unrelated, like, oh, that's like orthogonally, like, or something like that, or like, oh, this is like orthogonal to that. Or sometimes I say like, oh, it's like tangent to that. But I think saying tangent I think tangent is like very similar. Or I don't say stochastic in a sentence. Hello, Syzygy. This is fine, I guess. Local minima. Wait, I say isotropic all the time. Like, oh wow, like, or homogeneous. Like, oh yeah, so like, oh yeah, somebody was like spreading like peanut butter once, and I was like, oh yeah, like, I like to spread it like homogeneously, like across the surface. Same with like maple syrup instead of like dipping it or something like that. I think inductive bias, IDK is intractable. LOL is P equals MP? Why, what? OMG is curse of dimensionality. I don't understand these middle ones. Noob is suboptimal. I don't say that. I know Orbeez, when I'm chatting on stream, you might think like, oh wow, Z says a lot of words like mid and like pog and like amogus and stuff. But I think I'm quite similar in real life and I say these words similarly. I think Mylan can attest to that. G tier? Yeah, I'd say I don't really understand what's going on here. Like, why is Lamau Bayes theorem? And why is ROFL Markov chain? I'm not quite sure what's going on down here, but I'd say like honestly these first two are kind of true. All right, G tier. All right. Okay, we have like a ton of memes left, so we gotta zoom through. Next meme. Oh, what the heck? I have no idea what this means. Gal of K, difference of Q, script Q, and then Z. What? Proof, ask a no, not today. Not today, I did not understand that. How is that a B tier? That freaks me out. Galois fields? I do not know much. I've heard of those, but I don't really know much. I probably learned it at some point, though. What is this? Oh, this is cute. Int pointing to int, pointing to int. That's actually adorable. I love Anya. I think Anya is very cute. When is the next Spy Family season coming out? Okay, so hear me out. So, I know a lot of people like Anya, and a lot of people like Chika from Kaguya-sama. And this is, Orbeez, please don't get mad, but I actually strongly dislike Chika from Kaguya-sama. Like, there's just something about her that I just never quite enjoyed. This is great. Wait, I'm gonna try to, like, get into frame. This is great. We're all pointing to each other. Cancel or no, Orbeez! No, please! I'm not sus, I promise. I just never really understood the appeal. Maybe it's because I really love the romance between Kaguya and Shirogane, and I just think that, like, Chika is there to, like, you know, slow them falling in love with each other, like, being like a plot point, right? But for me, I don't want comedy, like, I just wanted the straight romance. Get the Google Doc, no! Please, Orbeez. Wait, cause, like, Shirogane, like, stargazer, astrophysics. What can I say? Like, I just wanted the romance in the anime. Alright, well, I rate this like a B tier because Anya's very cute. Alright, next meme. What is this? Linux oh my god, I saw this earlier. Linux tips. Always remove the French language pack. Sudo remove FR. And then it's like deleting the root. So basically what this does, it like deletes everything from root. It basically deletes all of your files. I really hope nobody saw this and like actually tried it. I'm sure there was probably like a disclaimer or something at the bottom like, oh, please be careful, like don't do this or something like that. Anywho. I think this was funny and I hope no one actually tries it. Alright, next meme. Okay, if you love me, meet me at the first table. No! No, this is so sad! It's like Python and MATLAB. They were meant to be. They were meant to be, please. I hope none of the Orbeez actually experience this in real life. I mean, it's not even getting stood up. It's just like miscommunication. This is so sad. I give this a B tier for sure. This is so sad. He was Python. She was MATLAB. What more can I say? This is great. Alright, next meme. I rank this one pretty highly. Just look around for each other. Are they stupid? They're looking away. They're looking... Actually, this sort of looks like they're like cropped together or something. I don't know, because this window looks like it's half of this window. So maybe they actually met. Maybe it was meant to be. Alright, let's look at this. My opponent started packing the chessboard into a more efficient space. How should I open? Oh god. Wait, it's crazy to me. So if you guys don't know what this is, it's the packing problem where you try to pack these squares into a bigger square. And this is actually the most efficient packing method, and it just looks so messy. Like, you'd imagine, like, packing squares into a square, like, would be simpler. But this is actually the most efficient thing. And it's, like, nasty. There's, like, gaps and stuff. It would be so fun to play chess on this board, though. I think that'd be kind of fun. That'd be kind of fun. Yeah. Ew, what is this? Would that give it a low tier? Alright, next meme. This is from Acid Labs. Let us consider a cow. As a first approximation, let us assume the cow is spherical. Wait, where, like, I'm wondering, where is this? Like, what, like, is this like a real sphere? I don't know. I'm actually visiting a, modern art museum soon. And I'm hoping to see some art. Maybe I'll see a spherical cow. I actually have a squishy, like, stress ball that I got that is the shape of a spherical cow. And I also got a stress ball a while back that is the shape of a regular cow, which is very nice. If someone could tell me where this is from, please, I will visit it. I will pilgrimage to it. B for beef. Spherical horse in a vacuum? Why a spherical horse? That's crazy. I think this is adorable though. Like, look at the smug smile on its face. Alright, next meme. I think we have like 4 left. Let's see. Oh my god. Thank you, Warpy, for the submission. Universe exists. Scientists. What in the god frick? I feel like this Spider-Man face is like my face sometimes. I'm like, O tier, let's freaking go. Let's go for O tier. O tier, let's go. No, that's great. I give this an O tier. Thank you, Warpy. You've been promoted. O tier. O tier. I'm just hearing O's in the chat. Warpy, oh, I may be biased. It's okay. It's okay. This gets an O tier. Zeus, a stamp of approval. Alright, next meme. What is this? Oh my god. In the standard model, at temperatures high enough that electroweak symmetry is broken, all... Oh wait, hold up. I'm not even starting the right panel. Light speed travel. Massless particles travel at light speed. Okay. In the standard model, at temperatures high enough that electroweak symmetry is unbroken, all elementary particles are massless. At a critical temperature of this, particles lose mass at high temperatures. Heat yourself to 1.85. What? Huh? So you can travel at light speed? Wait. But why would you do that? Why would you want to disappear from the Earth? Well, as someone who travels at light speed, I'd say it's a great experience. 10 to the 15 Kelvin is insane. Z canonically, yeah, no, this was me. This was me when I first arrived. Gonna try this, be right back. Alright, APA, Astral, Archie. Let me know how it goes. Let me know how it goes. How are things going? This is great. I do love this last panel. I think that's quite nice. Yeah. A great weight loss program. You just lose all your mass and just evaporate. Alright. While everyone's on their light speed journey, next meme. What is this? 1 beer, please. A tachyon walks into a bar. Oh! Because tachyons... Okay, I'll explain this to those of you guys who don't know what a tachyon is. I'm saying that right? Now that I think about it, I don't think I've ever heard, like, an actual talk about tachyons. A tachyon is a hypothetical particle that always travels faster than the speed of light. It's never been observed, but since it travels faster than the speed of light, it could, like, break causality and basically go back in time. It's special relativity concept. I actually explained this in my series, which was, like, about a year ago now. Yes, yeah, tachyon, yes. Very tacky. I don't know. I'd say this is a pretty good tier. G, yeah, I'd say that's like F or G tier. I think it's funny. I think it would be better if they had like a cute little face. What, bradyons? What are bradyons? I feel like I have heard of these in conversation before, but... Oh, there are particles that travel slower than the speed of light. That's like every single part, well not every, well most particles. No? Oh, I guess particles travel this. Yeah. Yeah. That's like everything. Maybe that's why I haven't heard. They're also called tardions, which is very funny. Other than luxons like yourself. Wait, that's so cool. Like luxons, tardions, tachyons. That's so cool. All I see on Google are Gundams. Alright, I'd say this is pretty good. Next meme. Oh, Ashcrafter55 sent me a ton, so let's see this. Oh, I love this. This one says forgot plus C, no problem, I've added it. So I have never like taught at like, I think they teach this in like high school, so I've never taught like this level before, but if I were to teach integrals, I think I would do this. Like, I think this would be so adorable because I feel like this is what sticks in people's heads. They remember the cute little anime girl at the top of their sheet saying, forgot plus C? No problem, oh whoa, like I added it. What is this one here? Mathematicians, no, you can't approximate area to infinity and use areas of finite value. Capacitors go bzz, bzz. Oh, because you can, oh, okay, sure. Take your age, divide by 10, multiply by G, multiply by E, divide by E, take the sign that is your age. Okay, that causes me visceral pain. I'd say, okay, this page as a whole, if you were to do just this meme, I'd rate it like a B. But because of the pain that this meme causes me, I'm gonna rate it a Y. No, I'm just kidding. I think I'd rate it like an F. This is great. Oh wait, my thing is glitching out again. Just give me 1 second. Sorry, Orbeez, for the technical difficulties. We'll be back in just a minute. That should be fixed. Yes. Okay, cool. B? Yeah, I'd say this half is a B. I don't know, this one causes me mild pain. Alright, let's see what's next. This is actually the last one, and then I have announcements, which is great, because I wanted to end at the 30-minute mark. So let's see this. A galactic algorithm is one that runs... Here, let me move this so you guys can see. Faster than any other algorithm for problems that are sufficiently large, but where sufficiently large is so big that the algorithm is never used in practice. Galactic algorithms were so named by Richard Lipton and Ken Reagan, as they will never be used on any of the merely terrestrial datasets we find here on Earth. An example of a galactic algorithm is the fastest known way to multiply two numbers, which is based on a 1729 dimensional Fourier transform. What the heck? This means it will not reach its stated efficiency until the numbers have at least 2 to the 1729 digits. Vastly more digits than there are atoms in the universe. So this algorithm is never used in practice. So the fastest way to multiply two numbers is to do a 1729 dimensional Fourier transform. That's great. Orbeez, next birthday stream, 1729 dimensional Fourier transform. And I think this last meme is, oh, it's perfect, because, hello, Isaac. Perfect timing, because guess who is featured on this slide? Isaac Newton. Every minute you waste on social media, you could be solving differential equations. Actually, Orbeez, you should not be watching me right now. You should be solving differential equations. Differential equations. Honestly, why doom scroll? Why doom scroll when you can solve differential equations? True words of wisdom from Isaac. The one on the left gets a G. Yeah, I'd say so, but I think it's a cool fact. I don't think it's like a good meme, but it is a cool fact. Yeah, I think the one on the right, I'm gonna save this and like send this to people when people are doom scrolling. Alright, well that was the meme review. I think like Warpy's got the most O's, I think, so yeah. Why doom scroll when one can doom solve? Why doom scroll when you can stay up to 4 a.m. looking at galaxies? Yeah, as soon as the stream is over, you should go and watch my PDE series. Alright, well that's it for the memes, which is great, because I did want to wrap things up soon. I mentioned this at the start of stream, but I'm having a friend visit over the weekend, so I actually need to clean my place and, you know, make things nice and tidy. So, yeah, I'm gonna be doing that tonight. But a few announcements. I'm so excited to yap next week. So, of course, this weekend I'm gonna be busy with my friend who's visiting. But, wait, none of the memes you submitted made it? What? I guess I should say, if I did not see your meme, or if I did not review your meme and you'd like me to review it, please send it on the Discord and I will review it. I may have also missed it. There was a bug with the Google Sheet for a bit as well, where some of the responses apparently did not fully go through. I have to admit, I think there were like 1 or 2 people who submitted like over like 50 memes, so there's like a solid chance that I could have just missed it. So please submit them. We love more memes. I mean, for those of you who are new, we do have a Discord and you can join and look at memes. So, next Wednesday, July 2nd at 7 p.m. PST, I'm going to be going over the Rubin Observatory first images, which is really exciting because they have found so many things, including 2,000 asteroids, and I'm so excited to yap about this because I have also, you know, okay, I basically have been like looking at this like for the past week. It's so exciting. The photos released on Monday, and I honestly would have streamed it today, but I didn't have time to work on slides, but yeah. And there's gonna be some exclusive photos when I actually got to see the camera, the LSSD camera so the Rubin Observatory's camera is the largest camera ever created. And I actually got to see it before it was shipped out to the observatory itself. So there's some exclusive photos in there too. So I can't wait to yap with you guys. And then next week, okay, it's July 4th right now. I might move it to later in the weekend, but because July 4th is Independence Day in the US, I have the day off. So, we're gonna be doing the long-awaited sequel to the Late Night Drive. So if you weren't, around when this happened, I think I don't want to like rank streams or anything, but I think Late Night Drive #1 was genuinely like my favorite stream on this channel. We got to talk about so many cool nerd things and just like nerd out over things while I was trying to drive this like virtual car, and I like kept falling into the ocean, and like it was just so much fun. So fill out the form. The link is this should work. Late Night Drive 2. Let me just quickly make sure that's the right. Oh, and I can't spell. OMG, I went to ineurl.com. Yes, that should work. Hello, Zilla. I love the Z in the name. Oh. Did that not become a link? I want to send this as a link. Yes, so if you fill out this form, you can submit questions for me. They can be on any genre. I do love to nerd out when I'm on this last stream. Like I talked about like causality, special relativity, galaxies, everything. So if you have a nerd question, oh, request access, shoot. Sorry. They changed like the Google Form settings, so it's like really annoying. Good catch. Okay, let me know if it works now. Okay, so submit a question, and if you'd like, you can also submit a username. It can also be optional. And there's also an additional question if you'd like to help me choose a time. Basically, oh, Meesman, thank you so much for sending your memes. Different options for times. So for context, like for during the summer, I'm probably going to be streaming at this time, which is 7 p.m. PST. And if you are on the VOD watching me right now, I'd say fill out the form and say that you'd like this stream to be like earlier in the morning. If a majority of you guys want afternoon, I'll go with afternoon. But I do know that some of the European Orbeez have been like missing out, and I also want to get a chance to, chat with you guys and meet up with you guys too. So whatever time zone is best. Or if you are US based and you just want to be like up and at it in the morning, like I'm down for that too. I think early morning drive could also be a really nice contrast to late night drive. It works now? Okay, great. And that's all for announcements. So, and then after that, we are streaming a lot because the week after I have quite a few collabs planned. I think Cyzygy's debut is also sometime in July with her new model, which is going to be really exciting. So, yeah. Let me just make sure I've checked everything. Yes. Oh, also, for those of you who are new members, first off, thank you so much for joining membership. And second of all, if you are in the Discord and if you have not been added to the private members channels, please DM me. It requires you to log in with YouTube. But I know that, for privacy reasons or for personal reasons, you don't want to do that. Just let me know and I can manually add you to those channels. So if you're not in on those, definitely let me know because I definitely want the members community Discord to also be populated as well. All right. Well, that's all for logistics. Go fill out that form right now. You Orbeez better be filling that out right now. All right, cool. And it may be useful to have time slot selection to allow multiple answers for time slots. Oh, can you do that? Oh, you can... Wait, I actually just changed it. Where you can, like, submit a time. I don't know if that makes things better, but that actually might be easier. We'll see. Crazy stuff going down in the members channel. Yeah, no, there's been some wild stuff. A part of it has been me being a total noob at, in setting up Discord, unfortunately. But yeah, it's been great. We've been trying to set up, like, different things, and yeah, it's been a lot of fun. Honestly, I'm so happy to be back. My face is like hurting from smiling so much. Anywho, it is about the 30-minute mark, so I will have to depart. But this was a lot of fun. Thank you to everybody who submitted memes. And again, if I did not get a chance to see your meme, submit it to the memes channel and I will literally review it right after this stream. So yeah. Alright, in that case, I will see you guys next week, next Wednesday, for yapping about the Rubin Observatory. I'm really excited for this one, actually. So, yeah, until next time, I will see you guys later. Have a great week. Stay hydrated. Oh, wait, shoot. One last thing. We got featured. Okay, wait, hold up. This is really exciting. We got featured in Offkai's acapella magazine for the charity fundraiser for the LA wildfire relief that I did this several months ago. And this was crazy to me. Like, it was crazy to me seeing this, and they were mentioning that, you know, we did soldering demo and everything. It was great. So, huge shout out to Acapella, magazine for, you know, making that possible. Like, that was like an absolute dream. I was actually shook when I saw that. And thank you, Penbu, for catching it as well. It was great. Actually, before you guys leave, I'm gonna try to redirect us to see if there's anybody who's... How do I even redirect? Redirecting on YouTube is... For those of you who don't stream, redirecting on YouTube is actually kind of a pain. Let's see who's streaming right now. I'm gonna go on my Twitch and see if there's anybody I know who's streaming. Ah! Everything's breaking! What is this?
What are you suggesting?
Who should we... Oh, we can totally, we could totally raid, Dr. Toto Hex. I'm just gonna go into Twitch and say hi. I know cross-stream raids are hard, but if you haven't already, Dr. Toto Hex is a scientist turtle VTuber, uses she, her pronouns, and is a teacher IRL. And we were working together previously for this VTuber research symposium. So definitely go check out her channel. I'm gonna go raid it right now. So I will see you guys in the next one, and see you soon. All right. Bye-bye. 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 Bye-bye.